All right. So what do you make of the AAV over 5 years? Just 1 year of unrestricted free agency being bought.
I'm not surprised. I think this has been brewing for quite some time. I think both sides have come to realize that this was going to happen. And it's a new day. The things are changing in the National Hockey League. Players are not afraid to use their leverage anymore. We're seeing that more and more happening. Tavares last year, Panarin this year, Matthews kind of turning the salary structure over a bit. Star players are demanding a bigger share of the pie. They're demanding it earlier. I think there are teams that are going to look at it and say, boy, this is really going to change the way that business gets done in hockey, and we're not exactly happy about that. But, I think, guys, one of the biggest things that has happened is that, for years and years and years, I've been predicting that offer sheets were coming. And I'm like the person who predicts the housing bubble is eventually going to pop. Eventually, you're right. And I think this year I have a chance to be right. I believe teams do think they're coming. And I just think at the end of the day, Toronto looked at it and said, look, either we set the terms here or someone else is going to set them for us. And I think they had reason to believe that that could occur. And plus, I think the other thing, too, is I think Matthews wanted to get this done. So between all of those things together, that's why we are where we are. Now, how does the rest fill in? They've got, for example, Trevor Moore signed to a good contract. They've got Riley and they've got Kadri signed to really good contracts. They've got, 2 more years of Anderson at a really good contract. I mean, they have some good contracts around there that are going to be able to make this work. You're going to have to juggle. You're going to have to be creative. And the other thing, too, is, 5 years, I get it. Like, we could all be hit by a bus in 5 years. You have time to figure things out. And depending on where the cap goes, maybe it's not – he's going to get a massive deal when he's how many years old, 26, 27 years old. But if the cap goes, you could probably deal with it. I mean, it's just – I'm not the kind of guy – maybe it's just the way I live my life. I'm not worried about years 6, 7, and 8.
Me neither.
I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and say, okay, how are we going to do that?
So what does this mean for Mitch Marner? What's the trickle-down effect in your opinion?
Well, the agent, Darren Ferris, has been on record as saying that, they're going to wait to the end of the year. If I'm the Leafs, I'm not listening to that now. I'm going right after him. I'm saying end the circus.
Yeah.
And you know what? This has been a circus this year, and a lot of us in the media, we've created it. Not me, but everybody else.
Yeah.
But
no, we're not. We're not relevant to that.
That's kind of what's happened this year. I'm going to him now, and I'm saying we're ending this.
Yeah.
And we're coming for you, and we're going to try to close this. And I think that's what they're going to do. Does it work or not? I think that's still to be determined. But I do think they're going to say to him, look, Tavares is signed, Nylander is signed, Matthews is signed. It's just you. It's time. And they'll work at getting it done.
Okay, I want to outline this as you are not reporting this. I'm asking you for your opinion.
Please don't.
I know.
Thanks.
I was going to say this is an opinion. This is an opinion. And actually, you know what? I'll even put it in clearer terms. If it was you, would you be going at Marner with the premise of, okay, well, this is now a 5-year window. Let's make it easier and have him under the same 5-year window? Or are you trying to lock him up to as many years as possible?
I am trying not to have them all come up at the same time.
Okay.
So you see, after this year, Matthew's going to have 5 years, and Tavares is going to have 6, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think it's 4 years for Marner until he's a UFA. Double check on that one. I'm not, if that's the case, they weren't doing 4 years with Matthews because you're not walking him right to UFA. So if Marner is 4 years away, you're not doing that. But you're trying to say is now, again, you probably can't do 8 or 7. Same reason as Matthews, but you're trying to see if there's, I guess you could have 2 up at the same time and 1 up another, but you really want to be in a situation where you don't have everybody coming up at once. So I'm not sure what the answer is there. It's probably 5 or 6 again, but I think that that's what you're trying to do.